So here's our challenge. We want to recreate the infamous blank tag using vanilla JavaScript and using attached and detached callbacks. So first of all, let's just create the behavior that we want to happen. And not going to involve any web components with that. I'm just creating this behavior. So I have a paragraph and I have a script. I want this paragraph to blink. What can I do here to make this blink? Where the p tag. Okay, but now change the style, right?
Set style to display.
Style display none.
I'm saying visibility hidden, visibility visible would be better because display none removes it, like as if it takes out the space. Visibility maintains the space, so the rest of your page won't be jumping.
Okay, so it's not showing anything.
So you can set it invisible.
Oops.
It's hidden and visible are the two attribute properties.
So the element exists in our page, but the visibility is hidden. Because of the visibility hidden, we're not seeing it. So what can we do to like blink?
Set interval.
Set interval. And change this visibility, right? If the visibility is hidden, we make it block. If it's block, we make it hidden, right? And then I want to run this 200 milliseconds and 200 milliseconds. This is gonna keep running this from time to time. Looks good. Let's check this out. Oops. What's wrong in here?
Then instead of block, set visible.
Oops, visible.
Three equal signs for nasty.
Awesome. So we're now changing the visibility hidden to visible. I saw that you guys are using a ternary operator here. So how can we make this in just one line? Help me out with that. What should I read here? What should I write here?
This dot style or p dot style visibility equals, and then p dot style visibility question mark. I'm not sure if I'm getting this right. P visibility.
Style dot visibility, right?
Equals, and then hidden and versus the other one.
And this is what? Just that?
Yeah, make colon and then p dot style visibility. Visible.
Should that go out?
Yeah, wouldn't that go after the hidden?
So I need to change this one should be hidden, the other should be visible.
Oh, with a colon in
The colon and the question mark should be switched, right?
that. Yeah.
So like this.
I think you just need, because it's condition, question mark, expression one, colon, expression two. So it should just be P style visibility, question mark, visible, colon, hidden. Is that right?
Yep. Yep, we're closer there too.
So should I remove this? No?
Leave that,
Keep that there. After the question mark, get rid of P style visibility equals and just add visible.
visible, colon, hidden.
Leave visible.
You don't need P dot style, you need visibility again.
Like this?
You don't need P style visibility again after the question mark. Just
Oh.
visible hidden.
Will it mess it up if you add it though?
Now get rid of P style visibility before visible. After the question
All
mark.
of that.
Yeah, just that.
Just that? So this is the same as this, right?
So almost. The P that before the question mark that needs to compare equal to.
What?
Or before the question mark is same as inside the if statement, so it needs the comparison operator.
This?
Yeah, 3 equals signs hidden.
Like this?
Hidden.
3. And then hidden.
So it'll check if it's hidden, if not, that's it. If it's visible.
That.
Cool. So this is the same as this line, just a different way of writing it. We're gonna use that just so it's less code. Same behavior, right? Cool. So let's create a custom element. So instead of paragraph, I'm gonna call my blank or FCC blank. It's better. FCC blank. Var element object dot create FCC blank. Oops. HTML element dot prototype element dot attached callback function. So I need to move this block of code inside of the attached callback, right? I'm just gonna move that. So it's not paragraph anymore. Just gonna create some variable to contain my scope. How does this look like to you guys? Think it's gonna work, right? Awesome. FCC blink, whatever I put inside here, it's gonna blink. Oops. Forgot to save.
Is self, always, is self like a basic keyword or is that?
No, this is just any variable.
You can't use this inside there because that's inside the set interval. So this would be whatever set interval is causing you.
Cool. Any questions right now? Does this make sense or not? Is there anything that you don't get it? But I want to use other life cycle. And the other life cycle I want to use is detached. We are calling the set, we are like calling this function all the time from 200 milliseconds, from 200 milliseconds. So keep calling, we keep calling, we keep calling, we keep calling. And I just want to make sure that when we remove this element, we're gonna stop calling that. I just want to like be 100% sure that this is gonna happen. So we can call the clear interval function. So element.detached callback clear interval. And this function needs the reference to my set interval over here. So what I can do is just create like some variable called timer. Stop timer equals set interval.
How does it, the attached callback's gonna run every 2 seconds, right?
No, the attach callback just runs one time.
Attach and detach occur when you're manipulating the DOM. We're never actually manipulating the DOM here, but just in case.
And if we want to do more stuff inside of this set interval, I can just put this in a different function, like call this like toggle visibility. That way it's easier to maintain and easier to change that if I want to. Same stuff, right?
Why do you have variable that equals this?
Why?
Yeah.
This is because of the reference. This in this scope is different from this on this scope.
Oh, I see.
Wait, what's the this that?
It's because if
I'm-
you do this down below, it's not gonna be the same, like you're trying to.
Different function, so different scope. It would be called by set interval, set interval, they would be calling it with the same this.
You have 2 for loops and you said I.
Sweet. That's what's wrong with my code.
Cool, you got that?
No, I didn't do that. But this, by making that very obvious.
Okay.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
You have to change it down to toggle visibility again.
Sure. What this means on this context over here, on this function. This is the element itself. It's the element itself, right? Since I'm putting this function in the same prototype of my element, this reference my element, and I can just use this and this. Check it out. It's working. It is. So we got a blink tag that works perfectly and follows the good practice. It's clear in the interval. We're not leaving any garbage on our code. This is why those callbacks are important.
So just remind me, where does the detached callback get triggered?
The attached callback is triggered when I remove this element from my body, from my DOM.
Okay. So if you had something else detaching it, you can clear the interval so it's not sitting out there and just running.
Awesome. What about converting this to Polymer right now? Let's do this. So how the Polymer callbacks work? Pretty much the same as just plain JavaScript. But it's actually a little bit easier. So they got the same lifecycle callbacks from the custom element API, and they just make it as shorter names instead of calling that callback suffix on every single callback. So we have created instead of created callback, we have attached instead of attached callback, detached, blah, blah, blah. And there's just one more callback that they have, which is called ready. And we're not gonna talk about it a little bit. We're gonna talk about more in the future. But what you need to know about the ready callback is that it's called when the local DOM is finished. So we're gonna see what local DOM is in a bit. So this is the created callback. We can do the same thing as we did the other time. So I'm just gonna copy all this, create a new file called polymer.html. And just gonna import Polymer. Create my element. Is listening my element. Okay. Don't need this anymore. So now I can just put those functions over here. And so on. Let me see if this is gonna work or not. Go right. So same thing as this one. So we have our element, we're creating it, and we are putting some callbacks. No big deal, right? Same stuff. The difference is that you're going to put inside of the Polymer constructor on the Polymer options, and you're not using created this callback suffix for them. Okay? So my challenge for you is get that element that you just created, that blink element, and convert it to Polymer. Okay?
You put that Polymer code back up.
Mhm.
The